We're in like the Prague level right now, I think, which is only level 2. The first level in the game was almost an hour and a half long, which is a little bit painful. Where's my artifacts? Oh, I think I have to load first, and then it kicks me back to this menu. I'm kind of curious what the artifacts... Oh, well, hold up. Does that still not... Oh, here we go. Now we've got them. Do they do anything? No, they don't appear to do anything. Also, it looks like I missed the first one. Whatever the first one is, it's going to be like in the top left there. I wonder if this implies 10 levels, right? Because there's 10 shelves. It might be 10 levels that each have 3 artifacts. You can't like zoom in and look at each one though. They just kind of hang out on the screen. Flip inside the castle. Okay. So far, this has been inoffensive, but just inoffensive. Also very quiet. It's an incredibly quiet game.
Looks like the old castle isn't abandoned after all. Better keep a low profile. I can't afford any trouble on this one.
I'll probably turn that up a little bit more even. Okay, good. So it is not a stealth game then. What Indiana Jones says, I'll have to avoid getting in trouble. What he really means is that. Hopefully a little bit more happens in this game though. The first level was like, it was an hour and a half long practically, and almost nothing happened for the entire thing. It was just like, this is less janky than Galleon. Like, Galleon functioned a lot better. But I think Galleon was more fun. The controls in Galleon were terrible, but they made the platforming feel more like real platforming. In this game, you're just kind of moving through a level. A little bit like, I don't know, that GameCube Tomb Raider game we had to play in that way, where it's just like, well, it kind of works too well. It doesn't, like, it works, but it doesn't have the, it doesn't have all the elements of, like, speed and timing and puzzle solving that, like, a Prince of Persia had. It's kind of just, what if it worked, but didn't have any of those things?
Do you have your papers? Der Amerikaner, tötet ihn! Not intimidating.
Hello? Oh, maybe I'm going down, actually. Yeah, I am. Dude, this is... Indy won't slide down the thing. This is as fast as he goes. Cool rope physics, though. It's, like, actually got some... The way it kind of jiggles around, I think it actually has physics. Hey, why am I here? It's not as... Well... Maybe it's as good as Uncharted 2, or Uncharted 1. Uncharted 1 is pretty boring. But it's no Uncharted 2 or 3, that's for sure. Those games are bangers. I will defend them. They're my like AAA slop games of choice. Oh, I see. Hey, Ludicrous. I'm just gonna be hoarding bullets the entire playthrough. That's what I was doing back in level 1. They don't give you a lot, and you can kind of beat everyone just by punching them. So I'm probably just gonna keep hoarding the bullets forever. Unless there's some guy who, like, absolutely needs to be shot. That did fall damage. Literally,
This, I hope.
it's like realistic fall damage. Like, yeah, a fall from there might mess up your ankles a little bit. That's like a
Herr Göring will give me
12-foot
that
drop
riding
maybe.
crop, he promised.
So like, okay, fair enough, but in video games that causing fall damage just is funny. Like what? Just that?
Der Amerikaner, tötet ihn!
What are you playing now that Sunshine is done? Oh right, you've got Turok Evolution next. I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry to hear that. Waiting until after DK. Which DK? The new one. Is that coming out soon? Thursday after GDQ is done. Oh. Owie. Owie. Ow, ow, dead. Decapitated. The rolling in this is a little weird because you can't roll from a standstill. You have to get a running start. Also, this game has no checkpoints, so we're just going back a little bit. Yep. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know if, it's kind of a long game. I think my time on it was like 12 hours or something. It is distressingly long for how bad it is.
Much more of this, I hope. Just keep your eyes open. Maybe when I'm done here, Herr Göring will give me that riding crop, he promised.
Hey, guns are trash, actually. Took like 6 bullets. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be able to finish Indiana Jones and then probably also Samurai Showdown. And that's gonna be my pre-GDQ gaming. I feel bad about not streaming for a week, so I'm gonna... Ah. Ow. Try my best not to miss any days or anything until then. So, I don't know what happens. I guess I think I'll probably end up starting whatever's after Samurai Showdown, and then whatever that is just gonna get split by a week, which isn't ideal, but that's how it would be. Dude, this hallway sucks. This hallway actually sucks. What am I playing at GDQ? Nothing. Nothing. They've rejected me. I actually didn't even submit anything. My usual submission was Yakuza 1, but then my arch speed nemesis went and got Yakuza 1 in without me, so now I have nothing left to offer.
Not too much more of this, I hope.
Just keep your eyes open.
Alright, hallway that sucks. Yeah, whatever. Whatever, dude.
Times like this, I realize I should have kept that teaching job.
Okay. Healing up there. I may be on commentary for, oh, they summon guys. I may be on commentary for Giga's Hercules run, which is, like Thursday morning at 4:30 a.m., something like that. But that's all. Just there as an excuse to see friends. Hello, we've got the whip icon. Can we actually whip it? Can I whip it? At Devo, can I whip it? I have to like jump whip? Yes. I really didn't think that was gonna work. I think maybe I have to just hang. Or like... Well, now what do I do? Oh, it's just this. I kind of forgot about this, even though I just did it by accident 2 seconds ago. Also, hey, Stunod.
Der Amerikaner, tötet ihn! Wir können hier Hilfe gebrauchen.
Go on. I don't want to waste any more bullets. Low poly rats. I really should have. More than sewer levels, there really should have been a check for does this game contain low poly rats. This one is just sliding around. Okay, he started animating. Let him slide around. I don't know about drinking the... I guess there's water coming out of the fountain, but we're drinking this, like, stagnant pool water with dead bodies floating in it. It's like, oh yeah, that'll do. That's fine, probably. The Indiana Jones canteen has, like, a built-in filter. Oh, come on. Okay. I clipped through like 2 different chains there before grabbing this one. That was almost really bad. That's I was watching Spike Vegeta streaming before I was watching his stream before I went live today. And he's playing Lester the Unlikely, and he was death cycling to like a vine that he just kept clipping through. That was about to be me. I was about to get hit by the Lester the Unlikely vine. No. You have to do this with a running jump. A normal, like, stationary jump won't cut it. Everything is just a little bit slower than I want it to be in this game. Like when you want to stop swinging on the vine so that you can climb up it a little bit, or on the chain or whatever. That still takes like, there's like several seconds of swinging there. Everything is just a little bit slower than I want it to be in this game.
The cowardly American is hiding around here somewhere.
Somewhere. I think there's an artifact in that truck. Or no, that's one of those explosive charges, actually. Not an artifact. Dude, that guy back there doesn't see me yet. Okay, now he sees. Spawn camp the truck guy. I wonder if this is going to be infinite spawns. There was that spot earlier in the game that had infinite spawns. It's just gonna be infinite spawns, isn't it? Maybe not? Because they are dropping the gun, which is interesting. No, it's totally just infinite spawns.
Boom. It's full.
Wir können hier Hilfe gebrauchen. Der Amerikaner, tötet ihn!
Indiana Jones. I don't know. I guess he does shoot a lot of people in the movies, but I still don't think of him as just running around with the machine gun blasting people. It seems unheroic.
Wir können hier Hilfe gebrauchen.
Now, where do I take this thing? We're trying to get into the castle, so I guess we're taking it that way. I think the pro strat is you disarm the guy, you shoot him to disarm him, and then you leave him up so that it doesn't spawn a new one. I think that's what you do. Also, I can just leave. I don't think they'll be able to follow me up that. Okay, so why? What's... There aren't climbable vines. Oh, door.
That's not gonna work.
That's not gonna work.
That's not.
I feel like there's not... Like, there's somewhere to use this TNT. I'm not gonna try to blow that door up, but maybe... Oh, someone actually made it up here. I guess they can climb. I thought for sure there was like, what? Okay, explain what just happened there. Indiana Jones. What the hell was that? He like, I think that was me getting shot, maybe. Okay, got your gun. Maybe, can I go up like...
That's not gonna work.
No, that's not gonna work. And I'm getting beat up. Indiana Jones is stunned. Can we not? Can we not? Can we not, dude? Can we not? I'm super dead. It has to be up there, right? Otherwise, why would that path exist? Maybe I'm blowing this up. I don't know if I can plant this anywhere, if there's like a specific spot you go to plant it. Okay, yeah, I think you go. I think it won't plant unless I'm in the planting spot. Whatever that is.
That's not gonna work.
Is that guy still up here? I think he is. No, he's not. Like, is this door the spot? No. Like, there should be an icon, probably, when we're in the spot. Maybe I... There's no way to get onto that roof, is there? There hasn't been like a whip icon either. There is that balcony, which is kind of interesting. Like maybe we climb up on that truck and then get up to the balcony from that roof. Like up there, I'm thinking, on the right. We go on these boxes or on this truck. Targeting is being eaten by this guy. I gotta kill him. It might not be infinite spawns because now there's like nobody left. I think there could have been... I think there were a fixed number of people in the trucks, actually. It's not that. Is it get on top of here and then like... I mean, there's just no way we're getting on top of that. And like this truck, this seems promising, but it doesn't do anything. Can we like make the truck go through the gate? No, I'm kind of running out of ideas here. Did we blow this up?
Those
Yeah.
tunes were so interesting
It's
to
the
me.
giant thingy. Okay. It was just the giant thingy. Hang on, where did my hat go? Can I pick the hat back up? I can. I wonder if it's like, is there any consequence to not picking the hat back up? Like Mario in SM64, where if you don't have the hat, you take double damage. In Sunshine, without the hat, you just like take damage from time to time. And I think it's supposed to be like the sun. The sun is really hot, so you just take damage from it if you're not protected with the hat. I bet he's gonna come... Oh, is that just the end of the level? I was gonna say, I bet he was gonna come out of that door. That was just the whole thing. I greatly overcomplicated all of that.
Der Amerikaner.
Is building up the gun collection. It's not that we keep the bullets, it's that Indiana Jones is actually carrying around like a dozen guns right now. I really don't trust this whip mechanic at all. It's so, it works. It works, but it's a little bit weird every time. I don't really trust it. At some point, they're gonna start
Just
making
when
me
I
whip
thought
over
things couldn't
pits
get
where,
any
like,
worse.
I'll die if I fall into it. It's gonna be a bad time.
Not good. I need an edge.
Dump the chandelier on them, of course. Well, how... Oh, here we go. No, what was that, dude?
Der Amerikaner.
What literally Indiana Jones just bounced? What the hell was that? So much for the edge. His aim sucks too.
That's not
Well, not much was missed. What's up, Live Hotel?
That's not gonna work.
That's not gonna work. That's
not
definitely not gonna work. It's an old enough game that we can just look at the wall and see that they've textured the door on and just know that that's not gonna work. Is this even a door?
That's not gonna work.
Okay. And this
Do
is...
a little redecorating.
Yeah. Hilarious. There's nobody there. Got him. Little bit late for that.
That's not gonna
Man, if this game's about finding the orb pieces so we can get into the Emperor's
That's
tomb.
not gonna work.
But if it was about like a magical necklace, then it would literally be independent gaming. Where the hell do I go? The whip icon is interesting. I don't have anything to cut with. Not sure why there's a whip icon here. Like, we're whipping onto that, but maybe this is... Nothing up here. Nothing down here either. This is not a door.
That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work.
Good one. This is just going backwards. Maybe I have to go backwards now, and then something changes. And there's that as well. Actually, wait, no, that's it. It's that ledge right there. It's that ledge right there. I kind of forgot about that ledge. That is so stupid. That is actually so stupid.
Wir können hier Hilfe gebrauchen.
Oh, no, punch the guys, not the furniture. These guys have a lot of health. They're like extra buff check guys. Also, they've got the Hustle Detroit Streets trick shot set up.
It's
My favorite game.
jackpot.
Dude, Spike streaming Side Pocket and then cutting for the day, then saying, no, fuck it, I'm coming back, and going live again and playing more Side Pocket is very funny. I don't know what the full context was. I just saw his Discord post later that day where he said, nope, can't end it on that. I have to come back. And then he streamed a second time. I think there's one or two more pool games that I have to play on Xbox. I might be wrong about that. I think it's not just the Hustle. I might have not included them. I might have called them sports trash and not put them on the list. Virtual Pool is on the list. Okay, good. pretty cool library. I will give this to them. It's a pretty good looking library.
That's not gonna work.
And I do enjoy a good like big library level from time to time. They're usually fun. Not the library from Galleon. That one was not fun. That one room with the moving platforms in it.
That's not gonna work.
That's not gonna work.
That's not gonna work.
The value of nonfiction books? The complete lack of value of nonfiction books, you mean?
Wir können hier...
This guy wasn't even... I don't know where he got that bottle from. Please don't start talking about this again. I am just saying. I'm just saying there are better ways to convey information in 2025. I still feel like I'm right, to be honest with you. Nobody was able to refute me.
That's not gonna work.
Wait, how come I can't get up here again? Hello? Hello, Indy. Okay. What? What the hell am I talking about in that clip? Look, I forget my exact wording, but all I'm saying is, if you write a nonfiction book, you're just like, I don't know, man. Look. I take a deep ass. Listen, I don't look. Here's what I'm saying. All I'm saying is, cool game. Okay. How do I get up there? I think that's the problem, is I need to get up there.
A fake bookshelf.
Ah.
This place is full of surprises. It looks like there's something missing here.
Okay. Like if you write a nonfiction book, you're like, I'm gonna write a book about thing. I can't help but feel like your book is just gonna be horribly outdated by the time you're done writing and publishing it. And like, you can cite sources, but all you can do is be like, go read this different book. You can't actually, like, it just seems worse. What I'm saying is books are worse. Like, you can't update it. Like, what if you realize later you're wrong? You have to publish an entire second copy of the book, and then everyone has the first copy of the book is just like, oh, sorry, you've got book, wrong version. I mean, sure, I'm not saying that we shouldn't, I'm not trying to say that we should all just, like, stop talking. I'm not saying, hey, you, shut up, no one cares. I'm not saying that. I am just saying that the book is not the best way. I mean, yeah, then you sell 2 books on the same thing, but then people are forced to buy 2 books unless they want to be stuck with, like, book and book wrong version. I don't know where the hell they want me to go. Maybe... Oh, I don't think I've been in here at all. I bet that here, but upstairs, is good. I bet that that's where I'm supposed to be. Oh, there's just a ladder here. Okay. I was missing the ladder the whole time, I think.
That's not gonna work.
I see. And then the whole point is that now I can swing over to there.
That's not gonna work.
That's not gonna work. Maybe that wasn't the whole point. I kind of thought it was. Shit, now what? Oh, hang on. This is the library in a castle in Prague, is where we're at. Oh, shit. Okay, no, we're good. As a kid, this level took 4 days. I was definitely like that as a kid with games. Incredibly simple things would still take me like 4 days because I just refused to read or pay attention or think about it. As an adult, I still refuse to read or pay attention or think about it. I'm just better at solving problems without those things. This guy dropped bullets. It's full.
Jackpot.
You've seen only a small number of the games I've played on stream before. Don't ask what happened during the Robots for Nintendo GameCube playthrough. All right, it's not down here. It's over there is where I'm going. I don't know why I thought the book got delivered to this door. I have ignored some incredibly obvious things before.
That's not gonna work.
I think I spent like 45 minutes walking around in circles in a very small room in that game. Because there was an item I was missing that was just like in the corner. I think it was like half an hour. It was probably at least half an hour in that series of rooms at the end of the game. And I looked at the map, and the item was literally like on the map. Like there was an objective pointing to the item, and I saw it on the map, and I thought I had been to that room already. So I was just like, that's weird. The map is bugged. I wonder why it says there's an item there when there's clearly not.
That's not gonna work.
Functioning mirror, high resolution too, so that's gonna be the second Indiana Jones on the other side of the wall method.
It's a map of the castle. This could come in handy.
I think it'd be fun to have a room behind a secret bookcase like this. Like this looks like a really comfy hideout. I feel like in real life, if you had a secret room behind a bookshelf, people would just assume it's like a weird sex thing. But I think I would want this for just purely aesthetic reasons. Or that you're like hiding criminal activity back here. I bet now, yeah, now that door is going to be unlocked. Or that too.
Wir können hier Hilfe gebrauchen.
I don't know, you ever hear about how, like, the guy who created Ultima, Richard Garriott, Lord British, he, like, built himself a castle in Texas? I would do that. That's what I would do if I created Ultima money. I understand where Richard Garriott was coming from with that one. Not that I need like something really big, because I think that a big house is a bit pointless if you don't have like lots of people. You know, like I don't have a 20-person family. I'm not throwing elaborate parties for royalty and whatnot. Like I don't need a very big castle, but it should be castle-esque in the sense that there are secret rooms and like cool towers. That's the other thing that I would want.
Gas.
I'm super dead because I ran the wrong way at first. Nope, we're good.
It's some kind of creepy riddle. Whoever built this place must have been off his rocker.
Alright, we got Devil 2-4. Scorpion, Sword, Sun. What are we doing here? Got these guys.
Looks like it's waiting for something. I wonder if I have what it's looking for.
I don't know, do I have what it's looking for? Do you want... That's kind of fun when you get close to him. The way the arms come out. Here, have a crown, bro. Most people are whipping out the guide for this part. Well, let's see what we can do without the guide. Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, they showed a scorpion and the sun and a sword. And there's the scorpion. And the sun could be this. And then here we see moon 4, sun 2. I'm thinking it's moon, sun goes moon 4, sun 2, and then we put the scorpion here. We in there? Did I do it? I don't think I did it. Been playing the new Indiana Jones game, trying to figure out why this seems more compelling. I don't know. This game is fine. But to be honest with you... Oh, and then here we've got this.
It's another riddle.
And then here we've got this. It's a lot of lore here. Alright, like what could it be? They then show 10. How come I can't? The only camera angle I can change to is this, so I feel like the other elements might not be relevant yet or something. Where it's like, I mean, the moon's on 4 and the sun's on 2. Maybe this is like check answer, or... I did drop Indiana Jones, the new one, though, because it was kinda boring. It was a little bit boring. I was hoping for more action and less, like, fetch quests, but there was a lot of fetch quests. Yo, what's up, Moogle? Thanks for the GL. Oh, well, hang on. Is there... Bull Crown? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Relic, because this... the scorpion thing comes from the other door, which we're not seeing right now. So actually, I think you're right. That now we gotta put this guy up top, and then this is gonna work. Yeah. And there's the one with the scale, there's the one with the scorpion. Like, yeah. Yeah. It all makes sense. Da Vinci Code has not been played yet. I forget if it's been in a poll. I really want to play the Da Vinci Code game. I get that that's wrong of me. But, like... I just think that that sounds crazy. That they made that, and I want to play it.
That's not gonna work. What the?
I don't know, like, when I think about what I want out of an Indiana Jones game, like, what do I want it to be? Just dumped me back out here. What's the point of that? Exactly. What I'm thinking is I want a turn-based RPG. No. Like, ideally, like, to me, what makes the movies good, I haven't seen the movies in a long time, full disclosure, is that there's a lot of, like, classic, well-done action set pieces, you know? There's, like, all of these moments. It's, like, moment to moment. You know, just, like, good, fun scenes. So if you're playing in the Indiana Jones game, and it's like, and now I will spend the next 2 hours stealthing and just hiding from people, then it's just like, well, like, fuck that, you know? Like, like if they made the movie like this, and in the movie Indiana Jones was just hiding behind boxes for like 45 minutes, then, like, where's the fun in that? So, that's just my opinion, though. Obviously there's room. I feel like we're gonna crash through this window, is the plan. Yeah. Like I did, a year or two ago, someone was streaming on Discord Temple of Doom, so I watched Temple of Doom with some people on Discord. The entire last, like, half an hour of that movie is just, like, fucking crazy. And, like, I don't know, nothing in the games is ever gonna reach that level of excitement, or, like, nothing does.
A zip line. That could come in handy if I need to make a quick getaway.
This game gets batshit after the midpoint. That's perfect. That's what I want to hear.
It's full.
Full. Not even really sure what I'm doing out here at this point. I'm apparently trying to find the broken sword. There's a meme to be had here.
I must be directly over the armory. I have a feeling there's a connection between
Thanks for the broken sword.
and that clock in the
Der
basement.
Amerikaner.
This belongs in a museum.
This belongs in a museum, he said it. I finished playing Crash 4 the other day, by the way. I was playing Crash 4 and I finished that up. Pretty good game. I did skip all of the cutscenes, so I have no idea what was going on with the plot, but I also don't care. I think it's better without the cutscenes, probably. Kind of wish that the levels where you play as the other characters didn't exist. Specifically, there were levels where you play as, like, I don't even know this guy's name. Like the, like, Australian, might be Dingodile. There's like multiple levels where you play as him and he, like, sucks. And just, like, he has a vacuum cleaner, so he actually does literally suck, but he, like, he can't jump very well. It's just, like, terrible. There are Cortex levels where he has a gun and he also can't jump very well. There's just, like, I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking with the other character levels. But, the Crash levels themselves were pretty good. Especially the last level, where they start, like, throwing every mechanic at you in one checkpoint, and you just have to, like, figure it out. I thought that... I don't know if anyone has played this game, but the very end of the last level gets really crazy. It becomes like Kaizo Crash 4 for a second there. I thought that part was good. Overall, it's a high 3 to a low 4. That's my Crash 4 take. Well, now I have the broken sword. Return to the astrological clock. Oh, I get it. Now we give the sword to the guy, so then we do the sword door. Makes perfect sense. What's happening during the levels is the story. During a movie, we wouldn't call an action scene not story. Just, yeah, that is an enlightened gamer way to look at it, for sure. To me, personally, I did this with, there are a number of platformers out there where I played the whole game and just skipped all of the cutscenes. Because, like, sometimes you just know that the cutscenes are not going to make the game better. Like, I'm here for the gameplay. I don't need these, like, characters telling unfunny kids movie jokes at me between levels. I just want to play the levels. Like, I've said this a lot about other games. I don't mind an incredibly slow-paced game. Like, I love Myst. Myst games are super fun, and games like that. I don't mind an incredibly slow-paced game, but I do mind being interrupted from the main point of the game. Like, if the main point of the game is platforming levels, I just want to do platforming levels, and if I have to do other shit, like watch cutscenes, then I'm probably just going to be annoyed, because during the cutscenes, I'll just be thinking about how I would rather be doing the platforming, you know? But if the game has tons of cutscenes and it's really story-heavy, then, you know, I'm down for that, too. Let's see, this is specifically the broken sword, though, which makes me wonder if it's this. Scorpion, the sun should be at 12 and the moon should be at 3. There's the scorpion. It's all the way down there. Skipping cutscenes in the Yakuza series is unhinged. That is Xana_G behavior. He routed the Yakuza games so hard. And the whole time, he was always skipping the cutscenes. He has no idea what the plot of either of those games are, but he contributed to the runs, like, pretty heavily. Foundational Yakuza speedrunner has never bothered to watch the cutscenes. I mean, I think he initially played the games back in the day because someone told him they would make interesting speed games or something. And then he did it, and then he routed them. I don't think he ever had an interest in the games casually. Like, on some level I get it, but on another level, like, bro. Pick a game to skip the cutscenes in. I mean, in terms of, like, what would ruin the experience the least, the answer is Dead Souls. You can totally play Dead Souls without the cutscenes. But as far as which games has the worst cutscenes, like the crappiest plot that I wish I didn't have to see, I don't really know. It's not so much like the cutscenes are usually not bad. With Yakuza stuff, my beef usually comes with them padding out the gameplay. Like, in all of the newer ones, they just make you do a whole lot of running back and forth for, like, kind of mundane reasons. Like, not... I want to call it a plot reason, but the plot is just, like, I should go explain what I've been up to my friend who lives on the other side of town. And then you'll do that, and then Kiryu will be like, now that I'm done with that, I should go home. And then you have to go home, and it's just like, all right, now that it's the next day, let me go back to the office. And it's just like, stop. Stop, please, God, this is boring. There's so much stuff like that where it's just like, I guess this is realistic, sort of, to like what you would do if you were Kiryu in this situation. But there's a lot of like pretty boring stuff that they make you do in games. In the games now, where I feel like they could have just as easily had the cutscene like transition you into being at the next part, the next place for some of these. If that makes any sense. Like instead of having to play running to the office. I'm dead, aren't I? And then after that, running somewhere else. The cutscene should just follow you through those locations. I haven't played it. I have not played the pirate game. I kind of dodged it because it looked very filler heavy. And just in general, I feel like the premise is a bit stupid. I'm not really... I don't know. Like, on the one hand, you play the older games, and it's like... On the one hand, you play the older games, and some really stupid things happen. Like, when the castle rises up from under the other castle in Yakuza 2, and then you're fighting ninjas and samurai. It's like, alright, I guess that does count as stupid, but I don't know. Maybe it's nostalgia, maybe it's some kind of bias, but to me that is less annoying than the type of stupid that they do now, where it's just like, what if Majima, aged 60, went on a vacation to Hawaii, and then he got involved in owning a pirate ship, and he had a pirate crew, and there was a conspiracy, a pirate conspiracy, and it's just like, bruh, like, shut up. This is so lame. There's gotta be water around here somewhere, right? Yes, okay. So, I don't know. It's just like I'm willing to accept when that guy smashes a bottle over Kiryu's head and he doesn't even flinch in one of the older games. But like Kiryu with a zip line or with like a grappling hook in Gaiden is like, I think that's kind of dumb. And then there's that one scene in the chapter 3 set piece where he's like flying around in the grappling hook and like shooting people, and then he like slides down the roof, and it's just like, this is, I don't know. It doesn't work for me. That just does not work for me. I think I came from here. I don't think it's this. We did get Project Century news. The game is called Stranger Than Heaven. It, at least in my opinion, is heavily implied to have some kind of supernatural or time travel angle to it, based on some of the subtle details in the trailer. But it looks pretty good, actually. Oh, here we go. I am remaining cautiously optimistic about that game. It's probably going to have all the same problems that newer Yakuzas do for me, where it's going to be packed full of filler, but I really hope it's not. And just in general, I think it'll be good to get away from the series baggage and just make something new. They don't have to try to, like, cram a reason for why Kiryu is doing yet another thing after he's, like, I don't know, at some point it just gets ridiculous in and of itself. Just the fact that these characters still have such action-packed lives after like 20 years. At some point that gets a bit ridiculous on its own, or it's like, you're telling me You're telling me that this, and this have all happened to him in the last 5 years. I'm hoping that Century / Stranger Than Heaven is just like not only a reset in terms of like plot and characters, where it's like we have new characters who don't have any baggage or any connection to any past events.
Break down the door.
But I'm also hoping it's a bit of a reset in terms of their game design and they make something that plays kind of different. I have no idea what I'm supposed to get from this.
Constellation of Orion.
Oh, it's the Constellation of Orion.
Können hier Hilfe gebrauchen.
Thank you, Indiana Jones. Yeah, right? Literally, when I saw that trailer, I was like, 1943, huh? Like, are we... Like, how... Like, how the... Like, what? Like, how's that gonna factor into the plot? Because you know it's gonna factor in. But in what way? But I think, someone... Oh man, look at the skybox. It's like a painting. Look at it. It looks so good. I actually love the skybox. Not over there. Over here looks kind of crappy, but over here it looks like super moody and impressionistic. It's good. But like at one point in the trailer, so like the first trailer, the original Project Century trailer, I think announced a date in like the 1920s or something. And then the new trailer said 1940s. And I think if you like, there's some spot in the trailer where they show a couple different years. And they're all separated by like 11 years or something like that. There's like a number of dates. I remember Ketrub pointed it out at the time because I didn't notice it initially. And like at the end of the new trailer, when the guy's like, "Are you Japanese?" and he's like, "No." And the other guy's like, "So what are you then?" And the guy's like, "I don't know." And then his eyes are like glowing. It's like, okay, he's some kind of like time traveler. It was called Project Century because it's gonna take place through a bunch of different time periods. Like I'm starting to piece the puzzle together, in my opinion. But I do really like stuff set in, like, I feel like there's not that many games set in, well, what constellation do I have to do? Okay, yeah, so it's, the sun should be at 6 and the moon should be at 11 and the constellation is Orion, which, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know which one is Orion, but it might be this. Orion's like a dude because he wears a belt. Is Orion the bow? Nope. There we go. It was the twins, I guess because there were 2 knights. But then what was the purpose of the Orion from before? It is this door, I think. Yeah, the twins are Gemini, so I don't know what that's about. Yeah, they showed all the different logo styles. I don't know. There aren't a ton of games. What I was saying is there aren't a ton of games that are set in that like end of like post shogunate, like, you know, Imperial Japan type stuff, where it's like latter parts of the 19th century into the first half of the 20th century.
That's the tower marked on the map. I've got to find a way to get out there and find that crystal.
It's an interesting time, and there's not a ton of games about it.
Der Amerikaner, tötet ihn!
I haven't really played the other ones, but the first Way of the Samurai game is like really good. It takes place in like the 1870s or something, and it's about like, holy shit, that guy just baited me. Wow, well played. It's about like samurai in the 1870s. We're like trying to hold on to the old ways, even though like they're fucked. It doesn't work like that. Like we know how history played out. There are no more samurai. So it's like the last of the samurai, just like trying to claw back some samurai shit. Damn, you're up. Okay, you just have to swing over faster or else that'll happen to you. I gotta do it all in one swing or else that happens. You are more cultured than me though. I don't think I can name any Japanese woodblock print artists. I mean, Hokusai, sure, the Great Wave guy, but that's all I got. Damn, that is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I like the reflections. This is still Prague. We're still here. I've been here for like an hour and a half. I'm being very careful to not do anything that would make me step off. Goodbye. Hit him with the "This is Sparta." Yeah, damn, these are both pretty cool. That is pretty cool. This guy is good.
To think I joined the secret police to get away from guard duty. Ah, what I wouldn't give for a good strudel.
We can do this the easy
Oh,
way
crap.
or hard way.
I was trying to be sneaky this time. There's just a third guy. You know what? This calls for a machine gun. Sorry, fam.
Why do they always pick the hard way?
That is a pretty good phone background. Let's see. Can I find my thing that I've been using as a phone background for a really long time? No, I cannot. I've been using a Kandinsky painting for like a bunch of years. Ah, here we go. That's mine. I like all the little dudes. Also, hi, Hahumi. Game has been okay so far. It's a little bit, I think it's a little bit boring, but it's okay. I kind of wish these levels would be less long and have more exciting things going on in them. What am I doing up here? Finding the soul crystal. And they've hidden the soul crystal at the top of this tower. This isn't even like... I'm wondering what the purpose of all of this stuff is. Like, I feel like normally when Indiana Jones is doing...
Safe way to fly. Unfortunately, I don't have any other choice.
Oh my god. Indiana Jones, what the hell? What are we doing? Where's my soul crystal? Okay. That's...
Sometimes I impress I've got a bad
I feel like usually when Indiana Jones is dealing with... Okay, I'm getting interrupted again, but what the fuck is this? The guy's in the electric chair.
gas.
Like, this is a modern castle, though. Like, who... I guess what I'm wondering is, like, whose stuff is this? Who put all this here? Because it doesn't look that old, and it looks pretty well maintained and stuff.
Get out of here. Now.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on the couch for, Giga's run of Hercules: The Legendary Journeys, which should be, like, Thursday morning at, like, 4:30 a.m., something like that. The schedule might drift. They've been pretty good about, like, not screwing up the schedule recently. Oh, I lost my hat. Well, whatever. Maybe the hat will come back when I go through a load zone. Yeah, that's East Coast time. So, like, probably 3:30 or something local time, I think. The bro's gonna need the soul crystal from me. Is it 4:30 Central? Maybe it's 4:30 Central. But, yeah, it's... it's the graveyard slot. That's where they put all of the really fun stuff that they accept because it's cool, even though they know that it's not gonna draw any donations. X. Maybe they both go on X now. And it's, well, it's gonna be, first of all, scales. Oh, they're both going to be on 5 because they're on the scales. I think I understand the lore. If this is correct, I'm a genius. Otherwise, they're both on X. No. They're just on X, formerly known as Twitter. We were never in China under the skin. First level was in Sri Lanka. Second level, which is this one, is in Prague. They're in like a mad science laboratory under the castle now. Like what? What the hell? Oh my god. This is some Scooby-Doo shit.
Ouch. It's some kind of acid. That stuff is lethal.
Get acided. I'm not really sure if this is tonally very Indiana Jones. You know? He's literally, they've got like the green goo ectoplasm machine in the corner. That's gonna start hitting him with the pipe. Yes. And then baiting him into running into walls. Dude, I just want my pipe back. Kinda wish this guy had a health bar. Oh. We've broken this guy out of prison. Cool, we got a piece of the orb. Like there's nefarious archaeologists, and then there's whatever the hell is happening here. Like Indiana Jones is... He's in deep with like who knows what.
Can you hear me, Dr. Jones?
You have like Igor here.
Jokes.
You again? Wonderful.
Yeah, I cannot express how delighted I am to see you again. We have so much to discuss. Throw him on the train. I will conduct the interrogation when we reach Istanbul.
Train level? Brain level, please. Nope. And it was a blimp too. We didn't even get to play the blimp level.
That's some hangover. Where am I? Istanbul? What are they doing here? What was that?
Ah, you're finally awake. I'd advise you to save your strength. Our interrogations can be quite grueling. Sadly, I have other matters that require my attention.
We could always wait until you return.
I think not. Goodbye, Dr. Jones.
Thank you, Eric Adams.
Hey, Yin, get me out of here.
It looks like we got the wrong Dr. Jones after all.
Don't let this little bump in the road throw you. The Nazis have no
Good luck on
idea
your
what
re-election
they're
campaign,
Do
buddy.
not be too sure of that. The Germans are excavating a city underneath Istanbul.
They found the palace of Belisarius? No wonder Von Beck was in a hurry.
You must go there and find the third piece of the Mirror of Dreams. Remember, I'll be watching you.
Don't you trust me? You hired me.
Yeah, she is a Chinese ninja. Well, I think it's less ninja and more like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, where when you're so good at Chinese martial arts, you just gain the ability to fly. And yeah, he is actually running for re-election. Seems... I don't know. I truly don't know. I truly don't know what's going on over there. I live on this side of the river. Not even 2 miles away. Probably, you know, in like a straight line overhead. Probably less than 1 mile.
I'll try not to blow myself up.
There's bottomless grenades. I think I'm just picking up the grenades and dropping the other one. He is currently the mayor of New York. Blatantly corrupt, but the DOJ dropped his corruption case in exchange for him cooperating with deportations. So that's how it be. But he has said many a funny thing. In American politics, it seems like the worse of a person you are, the better you are at saying funny, quotable lines. There's like a direct correlation there. The worst people say the funniest shit. But somehow, despite that, he has left the Democratic Party and is now running as an independent. I do not know who on earth would ever vote for blatant corruption guy.
Not good. I need an edge.
I don't know. hoping New York can finally break the cycle of electing a mayor who everyone doesn't hate. The mayor of New York seems to be a very thankless job from my perspective. Destined to be extremely hated by all of the people who nevertheless voted for you. Yeah, you mean like today? Because he was. We do not have to imagine that. It really happened.
I'll try not to blow myself up.
Come on. Turn the corner. The block button is like not worked very well for me in this game. Whenever I try to block, it inevitably does not block.
Not good. I need a edge.
There's really just no healing, is there? Kinda on my own.
Boom.
What the fuck happened there? Hello? Somehow the explosion got me, even though I was nowhere near it.
Not good.
Maybe I should just run. Fighting might be a mistake. Oh. But like maybe now I should just run. I kind of have to kill this guy too. No, I don't. They all have machine guns. Is there even anything back here? Is this just a dead end? Maybe I should go the other way. There are a couple ID, because there's Tony Hawk's Underground, there's a Sopranos game. There's shit, what's that one?
Not good. I need an edge.
You know, the Cartoon Network one. Meatwad. What's that? That takes place in New Jersey. Yeah, the Aqua Teen Hunger Force PS2 game. Yep, sure does. I had to play it a mystery tournament once, but then my opponent couldn't set the emulator up correctly, so we had to reroll. It's like a golf game or something weird, yeah. When's golf on Xbox thing? As soon as a golf game shows up. I'm not sure how many golf games there really are, because most golf is sports trash, but Outlaw Golf is out there. I've never heard of that before. That's kind of cursed. Well, this is a dead end. I can't go outside and fight him out there, because I have to, then I get wrecked by that guy. What? Why? Indiana Jones, turn around. What the fuck? What was that? He locked on backwards and was just punching at the wall. Come on. This is really bad. This sucks. think I got him. I heard that. I think I actually got him. Yeah, there's a whole page. That page exists. Assassin's Creed 3, huh? Oh no, Yick, a postmodern RPG? Is Yick a New Jersey game? Yeah, it's right in the first sentence of the plot summary. Trump Castle 2. Oh, Christ. Oh, it's an Amiga game. Hang on. Do I even still have that? I think I deleted that screen cap as soon as I took it. The Spike Vegeta Discord screen cap. All Amiga games are awful. I have no idea. It would make sense if there's some New Jersey going on. Because, you know, some important stuff did happen in New Jersey during the Revolutionary War and whatnot. There were a few bits and pieces of important Jersey stuff. What even is it? I assume Trump Castle 2 is like a... Yeah, the game includes Baccarat, Blackjack, craps, roulette, slots, and video poker, all following the rules of the New Jersey Casino Control Commission. What? What? The player is initially given $1,000 to play various games. The player begins in the lobby of Trump Castle and uses a point-and-click interface to navigate towards the gambling games or to other parts of the resort, including a hotel suite, the pool, and a restaurant. These areas, represented by digitized images of the real resort, include characters who make comments through pop-up speech bubbles. The game also features a multiplayer option. It sounds kind of good, honestly. I need to see screenshots of this. Oh no. Look how shit it looks. I don't know what I expected, but oh, never mind.
Boom.
I gotta throw way less hard than that. That didn't make it. Oh my god, we're going all the way back, dude. There was probably no checkpoint. I don't think this game has checkpoints. I think it's only the loading screens. So I think we're going all the way back. Yeah. Dude, fuck this game. Actually, fuck this game. I think that Trump Castle 2 for the Amiga serves as an embarrassing reminder to them that somehow Trump was able to go bankrupt literally owning a casino. A thing that should be impossible. Serves you right, bum. You sound like an asshole anyway. This is a first-time chat. I wonder... They're not even following. Well, why? I wonder what their deal is. I wonder if that's a bot. I honestly wonder if that's like a bot that just goes around and says mean things. Because they sent that like the instant, like that couldn't have been typed in response to what I just said, I think, because it was typed too fast. Serves you right, bum. Huh. Oh well. I think the key is blowing up this guy. I don't know. I don't know. So that was their first message. I'm not sure what serves me right. It's like, it doesn't make sense in context for what I like. If they're like mad because I said something about politics, it doesn't make sense in that context. I think it's legit just like a drive-by asshole bot. A new type of exciting bot just dropped. Oh, I bet that's why. I bet when I died, they said, serves you right, bum. You sound like an ass. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, the account's from 2015. Accounts do get hacked and used for botting and stuff, though. I don't know. It's a little bit disappointing. Oh, I have an unban request. Hold up. Hold up. I just realized I was about to say... Let's see. Who is this and why did I ban them? Oh, yeah. Okay, turns out I've had unban requests sitting in the queue for like months. Yeah, neither of those people are getting unbanned. Sorry, fellas. Sorry, fellas. It was... no. Did I actually ban someone for doing that? Oh, yeah, you're right. I totally forgot about that, but there was that guy who just, like, drive by, was like, this is painful to watch, here's the solution, ban me now. And I did ban that guy. I don't ban a lot of people. I've probably banned 10 people, between 5 and 10 people in my entire time streaming. I don't really do it. But no, the two requests that are sitting in the queue are people who are just like super annoying spammers who I eventually decided were just like failing the vibe check and had to go. And both of them are just like, I don't know. It's just, I'm just not. I'm just not.
Boom.
Yeah, I've been banning a lot recently, which I don't like. I prefer never banning. The burnout guy was not banned, correct? He is free to come back. Like, generally, if someone's being obnoxious or whatever, it's fine. I don't ban them. It's just only, like, total assholes, or it's like your first message is something like that person. Like, I probably could have left them alone, because they said they were leaving anyway. But, like, people who just show up and are immediately total assholes, or, like, people who have been bothering me for so long that I pull the trigger, that's really it. There was one guy in the Yakuza community years back who was like kind of weird in my chat, and I was already considering just like flushing him for being weird. And then I found out that he was like talking mad shit about all of us in someone else's chat one time. Including lots of slurs. So that was then the final straw. I then felt justified in finding that guy annoying, and I dumped him, and he never came back. It was probably the first person I ever had to ban in my channel, was that guy. Oh, I forgot there was a fourth one. I'm super dead. I'm not dead. One of the Nancy Drew games is set in New Jersey. I don't think... I wonder if I'm still... I think the only chat I've ever been, like, legit banned in is Cheese's. The Super Mario 64 speedrunner Cheese05, or whatever. What does he call himself? I can't find his channel anymore to find out. But, he choked a world record speedrun in Rainbow Ride, and everyone was spamming Bible thumps, and I also posted a bunch of Bible thumps, and then he started banning all of us, and I got permanently banned. And I just didn't care enough to ask for the unban, but that's what happened. Hello? Indiana? Oh, right, the whip. Is it just Cheese now? Did he manage to get rid of the numbers? I've considered going and asking for the request, but I am still banned. I'm gonna put the request in. Request unban. The way unban requests work is that they have a date on them. They have a date of banning on them. But if it was long enough ago, the date is just like a default date. I think it was like 2019 or 2021 or something like that was like the default ban date. Mine would just have the default date on it.
Boom.
I think I got him. And yeah, Bible Thump is, it got removed like 2 years ago, something like that. It's a global FFZ emote now. So like most of you will still be able to use it, but that's why it's not a Twitch Global anymore. Oh my god. Grenade throwing dude in the window. Yeah, help me out here. Anyone ever listen to the anyone ever listen to Mortal Kombat the album? This is such a tangent. But there's a song, Mortal Kombat the album, that like cheesy album from the 90s. It's like this crazy ass techno album. It has a song for every character, and the one for Sub-Zero is called Chinese Ninja Warrior. And I think that's who she is. I think we're playing with the Chinese Ninja Warrior. Song is a banger, by the way. Just saying. Oh. Maybe, yeah. It's a banger. Hang on, is this it? I don't know how you could not call this a banger. I don't think this was made by Americans. Mortal Kombat. The vocals are particularly Euro. They're Belgian. Yeah, there you go. Well, I'm not really sure that when they were making the Mortal Kombat album that they were concerned with the canon of the games. I think they were told to come up with songs for each of the characters and shown pictures of the characters. And it was then just like, well, fuck it. He's cold. Chinese Ninja Warrior. The Johnny Cage song is also really good, by the way. The lyrics of the song are just like listing how tall he is and stuff. What? Literally, I think they just like copied the Johnny Cage bio out of the game's manual, and we're just like, let's just say that over a song we already wrote, like over some like techno that we already created, and then we'll just like read the character bio out over it, and that's how they got that one. What do they want me to do here? What? Like, actually, though, what? Oh, I see. That's, like, coming down this direction. Didn't I just come from here, though? Did I not just come from here? I guess I didn't just come from here. Oh my god, Indy, you idiot. We're going all the way back. I literally was trying so hard not to do that, and then he grabbed, and then he did that. There was no way there was a checkpoint for any of that. That's straight up like 20 minutes down the toilet. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Yup. No, hang on. Hang on, I'll be back in a sec. Alright, I'm back. I just had to pee. That's all it was.
I need an edge.
That is such ass, though. This level is so long. Maybe. I don't think they would accept me in the army. I think they have like standards. And they'll just be like, get a load of this weirdo. Rejected.
I'll try not to blow myself up.
How did, what? Ah, he ended up down here somehow. I don't think I have any skills at anything that they could use. Unless they want someone who's like really skilled at making bad decisions. They could keep me around, like when the generals are deciding to do shit. They just have me around. They can be, what do you think we should do? Like, well, I think we should do this. Then, alright, opposite of that then. That guy drop his gun. He did. Give me that.
This ought to even up the odds.
The army does love to recruit at gamer conventions, though. That is a thing. Why stuff like America's Army exists. Which we'll be playing at some point. Take my hat back. They also need people who can't really do anything. I don't think they need people who can't really do anything. Also, I don't want to be in the army. That sounds bad. Oh my fucking god, dude. This guy's just gonna, like, ledge guard me. I'm never gonna get back. I'm never gonna get over there. Okay. No, this is the beginning section of... Oh, you did miss the end of Prague, yeah. I've been here for a very long time. This level is complete bullshit. This level sucks. Okay. Come on, get over that. Okay, got him. I just have to eat this. Istanbul is the water temple? Game is super testing my patience. I don't think so. Like, use it on what? There's nobody... We just move on from that point. What stationary gun? No, 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 no. Okay, I just fell down here. We're fine. I'm not dead. I also thought that was it. Well, it's because I've done all of this before. This level is ridiculously long. I have gotten well past this point. And then died and done, so this is not my first time. Wow, they can legit just climb up after me. They are legit just climbing up after me. Honestly, that's pretty impressive AI. I feel like that's pretty cool that they're able to do that. That's out of ammo. This is where I got, and then that dude made me go off that edge. I bet that the end of the level is like literally right here, too. That's the thing. Yup. Literally, that was the last guy. This game sucks.
don't believe it. The Nazis have discovered the sunken palace of Belisarius. Von Beck must be smarter than he looks.
Well, I mean, if there's water down there, then like, no. I did make it though. I didn't think I would even make it to the hole.
I don't...
Yeah, I have a checkpoint, exactly. I can afford to attempt some bad ideas. Like, there's no way it's just dropping down onto the crane, right? No. Yeah, you can do that if I see a second ledge. There is? Here we go. It's just in here. I thought this is where he came from at the start of the cutscenes. That's why I didn't check back here. Thanks, Indy. Kind of interesting death there as well.
I d-
Have you ever considered being a GDQ host, ID? One of the people who reads off the donations.
Just keep your eyes open.
Would choose to not read any of them. Unfortunately, you do have to read them. You even have to advertise the prizes and plug upcoming incentives. You cannot read ones you've made up on the spot. Well, I don't know. I've never known anyone that well who's been a host. Maybe Maybe if donations are slow, they seed in bullshit ones to try to make it look like people are donating to encourage actual donations. I don't know if anyone has ever accused them of that before, but that's a very possible conspiracy theory. That could happen. Not you, the gun, Indy. Fuck. That's like extremely not where I'm pointing the stick, and he still does it.
I don't believe it. The Nazis have discovered...
I can't believe the Nazis discovered the lost palace of some guy, and it just happened to be inside this massive palace.
Just keep your eyes open.
Well, it just seems like a little bit like, you know, like you didn't lose the palace. We're in the palace. It's fucking massive. All you did was find a basement that was previously not on maps. I don't know. The palace doesn't seem that lost, if you ask me. We have $20 from Tapioca, who says, I'd prefer not to constantly be interrupted by these donations. They're often annoying, and I believe they take away from the games and the charity itself. Thanks for the donation, Tapioca. Make sure you put that towards one of our incentives. We are currently doing a file name bid war for Final Fantasy IV. Right now, Arby's is in the lead with, I think, about $500. If you want to name a Final Fantasy IV character, make sure you get your donations in. All money to Doctors Without Borders. That was way too low energy, actually. I'm actually not a natural. You need to be like, you gotta be way like louder about it. And I super can't do that. Yeah, like you have to be the kind of like, I guess outgoing is the nice way of putting it. You have to be the kind of person who's like down to like ride those incredibly obnoxious memes. Like when you get a donation comment asking you to sing a song, you just have to fucking do it. You have to swallow your pride and do it, and I could not. I'd be like, I'm not reading that one, but they want you to read that one. There's water over there. Literally, I almost did have to sing Baka Mitai. I'm sure I definitely talked about this at the time, but when I did Gaiden last summer, they asked me if I would do a donation incentive for singing Baka Mitai, and I said no. Well, I said no, and they were like, well, Froob's gonna be here. How about, we'll do it with him. And I'm like, all right, I guess if I can hide behind Froob, maybe that's fine. But then he wasn't gonna be there. So then it was just down to me singing it solo again. And so then I just messaged them, was like, hey, axe that. I'm not doing that. Where the hell do I go? Hang on. And I guess there's water. We could just drop down. Hoping for no, like, Turkish gators. I don't know if they have those in Turkey. Oh my god, they've got sharks. Okay. Rib skipping out on me is the biggest betrayal since the 548 times the Nishikiyama family. Dude, and then he has the balls to bail on me again. He was supposed to be at this GDQ, but for very understandable reasons, he's not gonna be there anymore. He's a pro at dodging me. This is backwards. Speedrunning is kind of just old hat at this point. Like, not to say that it's bad or not fun, or, I plan on doing more speedruns in the future. I gotta reclaim OG2 at some point. But as far as, like, the novelty of seeing it done, that is not a thing anymore. So I think that's what it comes down to. That platform there, maybe. Don't eat me, don't eat me. I have to get over there, and there's a shark. Okay, the shark is all the way back. Now's my time. Oh my god, you can't actually get up there. I'm dead. I'm not dead. Yeah, I don't know. I like doing what I like doing, but I definitely could not keep up the pace that I used to do runs at. Where, like, I spent a couple years basically just speedrunning or practicing speedruns, like, every day. I think that I just want to go down here. How... Like, there's nothing else over there. That's just like a weird dead end. My actual, like, first speed game was Panic Restaurant for the NES. I was doing NES platformer runs in, like, 2013 or 2014, something like that. Was a super long time ago. But that's pretty out of character for me. The first one that I actually, like, legit did a lot of was, Serious Sam Advance on the Game Boy Advance. I love Serious Sam Advance. That was like 2014, and then I came back in 2016, and then I haven't played it since then. Then I was just like messing around with GBA shooters for a while back then. Then I did a ton of Zone of the Enders 1 and 2 in 2017, and then in 2018 I picked up the Yakuza series, and then I was running that a lot. I don't think I can just jump down there. I don't think being there does anything for me. I can't. There's definitely no way to have Harrison Ford just go up there. I'm super dead, dude. Look at this shark. Wait, hold up. No. Yeah, I initially played them like way back, like 2012 or something. I just played them casually back then. It was a little bit after 4 came out, or like a little bit after Dead Souls came out, because the series was considered completely dead at the time after Dead Souls didn't sell, and then they didn't translate 5. So it was just like, well, rip, I guess. But I got into running them in 2018 because I was looking for something to stream, honestly. It was just like, well, I would like to stream speedruns because at that point, so I did Zone of the Enders 2 at AGDQ in 2018, right? And I remember, like, after that point... Oh, I see what they want from me. Yeah. After that point, like in 2018, I wanted to stream a lot, but I didn't really have anything to stream. Where it was like, I was just kind of doing random things. I wasn't really, so I wanted like, and like later in 2018, I wanted something that was like, something that I would be happy to just like stream for like full length, few hour long streams as well. Cause like if there's a short speed run, like GBA shooters or Zone of the Enders or whatever, where the run's like half an hour long, it's like, I'll do a couple runs of that, but then I get bored and I want to go do something else. So I wanted to do streams that were like slightly longer, so I wanted to find like a longer game that I could do runs of that was just like mostly comfy and an excuse to stream, and ended up landing on Yakuza, because at the time, nobody had really done very many runs at all. Froob was around back then, where he was, Froob was doing runs of 0 back then, and Xana existed, and he had done runs of 1 in the past. But every other game in the series had no speedrunning history. Well, as far as I knew. Basically had no speedrunning history. So
I'll try not to blow myself up.
I decided I was gonna be the guy to just like route and run all of them. Did I find an explosive there? Yes. The runs were plain bad. 3 is fun. 3 is definitely fun. 3 is one of the games that actually had runs out there. It turns out that there is a guy who did a New Game Plus run on SDA years and years and years ago, and his run's not very good. But that's out there, as well as we didn't even know this guy existed, but there's this Japanese dude named Holy RTA. Yeah, I get what you mean. There was this Japanese dude named Holy RTA who we found this guy years later, who did runs of 1, 2, Kenzan, and 3, and he never uploaded videos of them. He just like made blog posts on his website where he described what his route was and then posted his splits. And a couple of years back when we were looking into stuff for Kenzan, we found this guy's blog and we found out that he had been speedrunning the Yakuza games back in like 2010. It's like, holy shit, this guy is like the progenitor. This guy was doing it before anyone. And I think he did 3. He definitely did 1, 2, and Kenzan. His time for 2 isn't even that bad. I think he had like a 2:30 or something like that, which is like, alright, better than my first run of that game. And actually, to this day, our run for Kenzan basically is Holy RTA's route. There was a bit where I thought that he was using the wrong sword, but then, what's his name? But then Playing Like Ass looked into it, and it turns out that Holy RTA was right the whole time, and my route was worse than his. So, World Record is essentially just using the Holy RTA route in Kenzan that he came up with like 15 years ago. It turns out that the Drunk Sword is better than the Money Sword. For all Kenzan knowers wondering, that's what the difference is. I've always been more into the routing though. That's why I did that 5 hundo run. I've always been more like I do love to grind out a run, but when it comes to like learning a run, I'd prefer to learn in the form of figuring it out myself than like trying to like watch someone else's run and then do that. I find that that's just like boring. I really do have to do... I wish the other 100% runs were just less bad. Like, I should do more 100%, because I feel like that was such a good time. I think about those streams a lot, and I'm like, damn, that was so much fun. That was legit, like, so much fun to figure out and then do. Oh my god, I'm dead. I don't know. I gotta do, yeah, it was not easy. The resets to fishing RNG, because we didn't understand fishing. The reset to a game crash on like hour 40. But it was worth it. Like I think that 0 would be the best option for the next game to do, but I don't run 0 any percent. I just wouldn't be good at it. Yeah, it all worked out in the end, because that third run ended up being very good. Not perfect, though. Not perfect. There's always, there were those mistakes towards the end. I can't believe I didn't, like, I didn't do the final hostess thing on Kiryu. It still bothers me that I screwed that up. Like, how did I screw that up? It says to do it, and then I just didn't do it. Wow, thanks. Thanks, Indiana. I was about to call him Kiryu. Thanks, Kiryu. Wait a minute. Artifact.
Fortune and glory, here I come.
Yeah, I'm like, I wrote it in the route. Why did I miss it? Meanwhile, the route is a 900 line long Excel file. Actually, it's just one. It's 900 lines long, plus constantly swapping back and forth to look at different tables and things to make sure I've got it all. Like, depending on exactly what it is I'm doing. I don't know, that was such a good time. I really should just, like, get it together and do another 100% run. Yeah, I did improve my wording on things over time. I improved my wording, and after doing it 3 times, I just got better at remembering what I mean when I say certain things. But yeah, some of the keys, when I had to write where they are, I would just be like, above the box. And it's just like, well, above the box. That was not one of the keys, but there were definitely some, like, really questionable key descriptions. Like, I know there's one that I remember is there's a locker key that's just sort of like weirdly on the wall next to the Southern convenience store in Kamurocho. And I think my note for where that locker key is just like thingy on the wall. I think I wrote something like that. I was just like thing on the wall next to convenience store, because there's like a weird pipe with a box. And it's on that. I try not to use notes generally though, like that's part of it as well. For like an any percent run, even if it's a 6-hour long any percent run like Yakuza 5, I was doing Yakuza 5. I was raw dogging that run, no notes, just memorize the full 6-hour run and all of the fight strats. There's really no way I could have done that for Hundo. So for Hundo, I had to use the route, and like having to constantly look over at the route and like scroll down and stuff, I don't know, I'm just like not used to that. That makes me distracted. Yeah, exactly. I feel like if I always rely on notes, I will never know what I'm doing. I will always be relying on those notes. So it's best to memorize it and then be able to do it on instinct, because then you go faster. Honestly, that's I've had that exact experience with not knowing directions to a pizza place from my friend's house, and he kept having to pull the GPS, and he was annoyed at me that he didn't know that I didn't know how to get there after like the 10th time. I kept forgetting the exit numbers because we always had the GPS. I didn't have to know. Yo, what's up, Turtle Frenzy? Is it press? Ah, Ed. I usually try to do things without the GPS though, right? My friends do think I'm weird for that. I look up directions ahead of time, but I do try to memorize the directions ahead of time so that I can just like just go and just know based on like certain street names and things. Which for the record, I get lost a lot. I wonder if these two things could be related. Yeah, I don't like to use directions. I like to go based on trying to remember the landmarks. Also, I'm always getting lost. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like, especially like if you're, like when it comes to driving specifically, following directions makes you drive like a madman. That's the way I see it. Like, because it doesn't, like, I really hate when you've got the phone GPS on and it's like, you know, in 500 feet, turn left onto this street. I hate that shit because they don't tell you, so then you're in the wrong lane, and then you have to, like, frantic make the turn into the net. Like, it's better to know what you're doing so that you can do everything on an appropriate time frame rather than your phone alerting you at the last second that you need to make a turn and then you have to like do some crazy shit and nearly cause a crash. It just sucks. Am I dead? That's not death, is it? Now we're fine. I usually don't have to drive very far though. I drove to AGDQ last year and that was a big disaster. I actually got lost, even though you literally just get on a highway and then stay on that highway. I still managed to get lost, and I probably lost like an hour because of that. But also, there was like a blizzard, so it's only partially my fault. There was a horrible snowstorm, and the highway does something weird that I was not aware of when you're in the middle of Pennsylvania. And I had to drive down to like a weird rural part of Maryland for a wedding last November. That was like a 5-6 hour drive. But normally I don't do that much driving. If the FAA would ever fucking get back to me, maybe someday I'll have to drive all the way down to Oklahoma City. That'll be horrible. That'll be the worst thing I'll ever have to do in my life, I think. I'm really not built for road trips. I'm not one of those people. Do I have one? No. Yeah, Europe is small. You guys are weirdly small over there. It does look like a metal logo, right? Yeah, it would be like 25 hours. It sure would. I think I wouldn't be alone though. I think I would have someone with me. Nothing over there. The light. Those lights are just on pillars, though. There's not like a cave down there or anything. I wonder how far you could get in Europe in 25 hours. Hang on. Hold on, Indiana Jones. You just keep swimming for a second. I have to see if we do driving directions from like Paris. Let's say Paris. Directions to Paris from like Budapest. How long is that drive? Oh, I accidentally wrote Budapest, which is now pointing me towards Texas. That is a 16-hour drive. So it would probably be like Romania to Paris. It'd be like... Let's try Bucharest in Romania. That's 24 hours, yeah. So... it would take about that long to get from Paris to Bucharest. Literally the entire, like, width of Europe. This would be a fun drive. You do go through Budapest, you go through Vienna, you go through a bunch of middle of fucking nowhere parts of Germany. Never heard of any of these places. Looks like a short detour if you want to check Luxembourg, though. Flew down to San Jose. Drove back up from, yeah, geez, 15 hours in a day. That's... And when I say we, I mean her, because I didn't drive. See, I would insist on driving the whole time. I get car sick, so I insist on driving the entire time. I don't know, the most I've ever driven in one day probably is, well, it's definitely that day I drove to AGDQ in Pittsburgh. That was like, I left home at like 11 a.m. and I got there at like 9 p.m. That was actually just like dreadful. That was actually just really bad. Where the hell do I go in this level, by the way? Like... I hope there's not just like the explosives are sitting at the bottom of the lake for some reason. I have no leads on those things. Oh. I totally thought I checked this and I didn't. I totally thought I checked this and I didn't. Also, I'm about to get eaten by a shark. Incredible shark dodge. Aw, man. He almost went in the window. The game was trying to put him into the window. Kraken coin. Seahorse. I need a bunch of coins. Oh my god. Yeah, exactly, Indy. I agree.
It's full.
It's full. I don't know anyone who's ever been to the original Jersey. Like the British Isle. I don't know anyone who's ever been to Jersey. I'm not sure what's there. There's money in Jersey. How do I see that map? Like, where am I on this thing? Damaged wall. This kind of seems like a hellish nightmare. I do not like it. This is where I came from. Is that like is Jersey the European equivalent of Delaware? Where it's just like, ah yes, it is us. Apple Incorporated of Delaware. And it's like, no you're not. Well, yes we are, technically, for legal reasons. Oh my god, dude. Divers, the divers, the divers. Yeah, I think of that as Ireland. Ireland is like that's the scam world where it's just like everything is technically in Ireland because of taxes or something. I see. I feel like it's a total scam the way all ships are technically from like the Bahamas. All ships are like, ah yes, here's our ship owned by an American company operating in the United States under the Bahamian flag. And it's like, okay, has this boat even ever been in the Bahamas before? Like, it just, that's a scam that bothers me. Not that I'm a boat person on any level, but like, come on guys. We see through the ruse. No taxes whatsoever, so there's 130,000 registered companies there. Oh my god. Yeah, Indiana Jones, for being an archaeologist, he's super down to just like blow stuff up. Like, oh, this wall's in a way? Well, whatever. Can't be that important. Do I even have a machete? I do. What if I had just never picked one of those up? What would happen? Got the Delian Proclamation. At the proc. Okay, so if you skip the knives, it'll just give you a knife. I don't really know what to do with this. I just have a head now. Here we go. No, no, exit. Thank you. Hmm. I would challenge you on that, Votel. Mm-hmm. The nose off. Oh god, well. Man, that makes some horrible, like, bone crunch noises, getting chomped by the shark. I mean, I guess I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that's an L. Levote 1. Someone who's just such a big GameCube thing fan that when they made their Twitch account, they are Levote 1. What? Okay. Not that way, apparently. And now I get sharked. Yeah, it's not so obvious where to go here all of a sudden. Oh, right, of course. Well, checking that map. The map is, like, this is not gonna help. This is just not gonna help. It's not a very good map. It's here because... it says the names of the items that I have to get. Get the wine coin. So if that's the wine coin, then we must be there. Oh, I get it, because that was damaged wall back there, and then there's the crane. Okay, and see now that you can see what the crane is on the map, right? It's that bottom right object. So we just got the wine coin, so I now go over there. Some sort of horrible crypto scam. Just bought 10,000 wine coin. Gonna buy 10,000 more later. This one's going to the moon, guys. I feel it. Indiana Jones was later found to be dumping all of his wine coin while he made this post. I hate that muck. Why did you post that? The dump of destiny?
I'll try not to blow myself up.
I can just pocket these, actually. Ed kit, useless. Dead end. Nothing up, right? I think it's just this. God, Indy. I'm not really sure. The underwater lamps. They're just kind of powered by, like, Atlantean magic. Probably it was aliens. Yeah, I don't have one of the detonators with me, though. Well, I don't know. We're in the gates of Neptune, and like if it's Neptune, then like I don't know, did Greek stuff? I guess Greek stuff kind of made it into Turkey via Alexander the Great. Probably. I don't know, my lore knowledge is a little bit weak. What's so great about him? What's so great about you? I'm getting chomped on by the shark. Yeah, this whole like indoor area. You solved a really hard knot puzzle once. That's pretty great. Oh, here we go. No, come on. I was on the ground and then Indiana Jones like bounced off. Come on, no. Indiana Jones, why? Indiana Jones and the Terrible Ledge Detection. It's more of a Harry Potter title than an Indiana Jones. I take fall damage every time I do this. I can't keep not making this jump. Oh my god, this might just not even be possible. This is maybe not what I'm meant to do, even though it really seems like a really straightforward path. Maybe I'm too good at the jump and I gotta get the ledge grab with the arms and I'm like too high up. What if I'm too good at games? I'm kind of running out of health from the fall damage from having to get down from here repeatedly. Like, that little bit of fall damage is accumulating. Okay, what the fuck happened there? I take no credit for that. I think I've just realized that I'm dumb, and you can just come over here. And then we can just drop down onto it. And then there's nothing here anyway, so... I overcomplicated things a lot there.
It's full.
It's full.
I'll try not to blow myself up.
So this is... If this is leading me to like a hole, let me consult my map. Dude, Indiana Jones isn't like looking like he wants to go home right now. Look at him. But yeah, this is leading to the whole next room, so I want to go... Or wait. Yeah, I don't have the seahorse coin yet. I have to get that. Or the trident coin? Yeah, I think I'm moving on without either of those, so I gotta... do stuff back here still. Soundtrack going insane for this. How did I get the prompt to appear here? Ah, there we go. Go away, shark. Oh my god, no, I felt... What? I was just standing perfectly still and then Indiana Jones just kind of slid off the side. Yeah, no like mega croc, just the... just a shark. Not sure why there's still a, there's still like a prompt that appears there. Don't know what that's about. Anyway. Are there freshwater sharks? I don't think so. I would guess there are no freshwater sharks. Because, like, freshwater... Like, there's no river sharks. That's not... That's weird. There are, and some of them are super small and adorable. Interesting. There's one literally called the river shark. Commonly known as river sharks. They live in rivers in Southeast Asia, and yeah, those are sharks, alright. You can legally keep a cat-sized shark as a pet. Investing in Trident coin. Oh no, I'm dead. Of course he was just like camping the ledge. Thanks, dude. I don't really think I have med kits. I'm gonna, yeah, using a med kit is the play here because I don't want to have to redo all this stuff. This level has been super long. Yeah, we're carrying these like giant ass two-hand required coins.
I'll try not to blow myself up.
Oh yeah, and since someone asked a long time ago, you can't just plant the charge anywhere. It has to be in a charge spot, so you actually can't waste the charges, as far as I can tell. That's not a thing. You're safe from doing that and soft locking yourself, hopefully.
I'll try not to blow myself up.
Gotta be careful here. Okay, bye. Who am I fighting? It's a combination like Nazi dudes and like Turkish dudes. This is gonna require the 4 coins. I've only got 3. Unless the 4th one is just here for me. Perhaps. Okay, that's where the Kraken coin goes. Trident goes in the Trident spot. Seahorse goes in the Seahorse spot. Wine goes in this guy, probably. I guess this is like Dionysus. He's got the thing of wine. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Wine does go in this guy's. Water clipping through. I do not have the Kraken coin. Well, that's just like in the last room somewhere, allegedly. The music is pumped that I'm about to solve this puzzle. As soon as I can get the Kraken coin. As soon as they'll let me walk up these stairs. Oh my god, dude. Indianapolis Jones. What is this shit? Okay, here we go. Come on. Are you like not meant to be able to go back up this? Like what what is happening? Okay, there we go. You jumping is only making things worse. So like I'm a bit confused though. Wait. No, the Kraken coin is in the room with the it's back here. 'Cause look at that's the room I'm in. Then we just went through that connector. Like this area here is the connector. There's no connector between the next two rooms, so this is the probably just like down here somewhere. Protected by a shark. Oh god. No, no, Sharky. Okay. Please. Okay, please. Nope. The hitbox was like gonna let me get away with it for a sec. Dude, the shark is still after me. Fuck off. Okay. Where's this coin? I mean, I guess I could spear gun him, like, sure. Sure, come at me, shark. Feel kind of bad about it, though. The shark wasn't really bothering anyone. Ah, coin. Reload the level, please. No. Not that bad. Yeah, you're minding your own business in your cool ruins home when this guy shows up, steals your Kraken coin, and shoots you with a spear gun. What do you do? Alright, here's the deal. These levels are starting to get quite long. I think I'm gonna call it here. And we're gonna figure out what the hell's going on in this room tomorrow. That's my plan. Hopefully, if we quit here, we can resume here and it doesn't boot me back to the start of Istanbul. That would be, you know, Indiana Jones and the redoing all this stuff tomorrow, which I don't want. It's probably fine. Yeah, the sense I get is that we're not almost done with Istanbul. Haven't gotten to China yet at all. But that's where I'm gonna call it for today.